afternoon all. We have gathered here to have a case study discussion on the topic digital voting machine, right? So what is a digital voting machine? So it is from the democracy system, we have the right to vote, and as such, we need to prepare for the client need a user-friendly and then a fail-stop mode of a voting machine which could meet the client requirement without any bugs as such, right? So we are going to implement this nature using a digital logic principle here, and we have a discussion over how we are going to implement based on the client needs, right?
So let me give a brief intro about digital voting machine. So in olden days we have used paper ballot method, where we have used paper and stamp to vote who we need to vote. So but now we are using digital voting machines. Why we are going this is because it's fast and reliable. So in fast voting world, in the olden techniques, it may lead to some errors when they may be malpractice or something. But in digital, the malpractice are very less. So they can't vote for 2 times or more times the same because it has buzzer system and more. So it's very securable. It is very fast because we get a live update after voting. So much of time we're getting a live update of the count. But in the olden days, it's take more time than this.
So let me give the working principle of digital voting machine. In this digital voting machine, so the voters or press the buttons by their own choice. So the signal goes through the logic gates, and which checks that the only one vote is counted, and it will prevent the errors, and then it will stores the vote in digitally, and then it will gives the fast and accurate result. This is the working principle of digital voting machines.
So I am going to explain the role of digital electronics using logic gates in DVM. So when we use logic gates from the digital electronics, it will provide more security and ensure voting process validating, and it make it easier for us also. So let me say about how these logic gates work in this DVM machines. So first of all, we take AND gate. So in this process, AND gate, why we are using is it will process multiple conditions. Like if the voting machine is powered on, and if some voter is pressing the button to their wished candidate, so it will it will combine that two inputs and given as a output. So and when coming to the OR gate, so if multiple voters are voting in that machine, so if you are using they were vote for many candidates which are in the voting machine. So if they have multiple choices for them, so they will. So when coming to the XR gate, it's become a crucial one. So it will process if only a single voting process at a time. If a single button is pressed, so it will indicate a signal to the voting machine. So someone has pressed and the candidate vote is counted to that respective candidate. So if multiple buttons were used, so it will detect some faults. So it cannot process the signal correctly. So by performing these logic gates in digital voting machines makes it reliable and more secure than traditional methods.
So the advantage part of the DVM, since we came to know that it is very fast, because that the fast level of this DVM is more. That's why even Indian government is considering one election in just one day, because that much fast the DVMs are. And even though it is much fast, it doesn't compromise with its high accuracy and security. And the accuracy means that just a button and a light is just involved. Coming to the security session, since the DVM doesn't connect with any internet or Wi-Fi, just a few logic gates where the data are stored and just a button and a light, it doesn't compromise with the security. and then comes to low power consumption. Just a button and the light doesn't cost much. And then coming to the limitations part of the DVM, we will hear many news that many booth has not yet filled because of a technical glitch that has happened in the DVMs. Because we need a highly technical person to repair those DVMs, because already few vote will be there in the logic gates, so we should not disturb those data. And with the stored data already, we have to repair the whole entire DVM machine. So we need a technically strong person to repair the DVMs, and also the initial production of DVMs will be very more higher than comparing to the paper ballot method.
So I'm going to discuss about the applications part. So it is used in elections committees, like local areas or national levels, and it is used in industry votings for the industries working peoples, and it is used in elections or in colleges and schools for the students. So I'm going to conclude this part. The conclusion part is the digital voting machines. It is very useful. So comparing to the paper method. So we using digital voting machines. Nowadays it is very safe and secure, and it is easy job for the election committee members to count the votes, and it is very protections for the elected.
So we come to the conclusion part that the digital voting machine is so fast and it could meet the client requirement based on the design by logic gates, and it has a memory organization structure, input-output interfacing, and reliability, and also safe and secure. So we had a complete discussion on the digital voting machine and how we have a strong foundation that with regard to the digital principles and computer organization.